taken some time. I've made my own clothes. Not wearing them all right now, but I'm getting there. Taking some time. I broke down scriptures. I've taken some time, and I've used that to broadcast. At this point, we now have a child. We have something more to look forward to. I want a future for my child that is different from my present condition. A lot of people in this society, in colonized society, are very happy and content of how things are. And I'm not. I want something different. I've recently taken the time to start a GoFundMe campaign. This campaign deals with Utah. When I talk to people in private conversations and I say, "Oh, what is it like at Mount Nebo?" they respond to me, "I don't live there." Eventually, someone is going to have to go and check it out. When I talk to people that live there, they're not necessarily young anymore. They're not necessarily willing to go and climb on a mountain and you know, relay random answers back to my random questions. They're not willing to do that. So when Mount Pisgah is in the northern region of Utah and Mount Nebo is in the southern region of of Utah, then there is a problem. You know, nobody's going to be willing to go to Utah, go to Mount Pisgah in the northern area of the state, and then walk to Mount Nebo at the southern end of the state. What we want out of Utah, what I think I want out of Utah, it would be great if we had a food resource. What I want out of Utah is a place to plant food. A place that we can plant our asses if necessary. But a place to plant food. That's what we need. We need to be separate from the cities. And if we go to Utah to live, then of course we're trying to separate from them. So that means we don't want to work for other communities. We just want to work in our community. So to set these things up so that we can have food, picking some place that has water, and somebody has to be there. Somebody has to investigate it. And we can't randomly buy land through the internet blindly and say, "Oh, this will suffice us," and then go there and then find all the work that you have to do to the land. It's better that somebody goes out there and knows what needs to be done with the land. There isn't going to be some land out there that used to be a farm. What's out there is fields. And then once we accumulate enough money to make a purchase, then we have to go out and we have to tear up the field so that it's ready for planting. So, Utah isn't a pipe dream. We've seen many videos, many more than we would ever expect, of the chapter Deuteronomy typed out into Google Earth, we can see the cities of the Israelites there. We can see the city of Jericho there. We can see the mounts there. We can see the mountain. We can see the mount. We can see Moab Desert there. There are many things right there in Utah. So, nothing's going to change. Men change things. I'm not saying that in a sexist form. Men change things and women don't. We had a chance to work with someone for land, and then that didn't work out. We have a chance to form what we need in the soil. That's what we need. A fair start. We've been given every seed. Whether we've kept it, saved it, that's on us. We eat watermelons, we spit the seeds out. We eat real grapes, we spit the seeds out. We smoke real herb, we save the seeds. We have all those seeds. It's irrelevant for me to go down the list of different things we could plant. But now we plant it and it's yours. We go to Utah and the food is yours to eat. We need time to grow it. We need land to grow it on. We need land close to water so that there's a source of water for us to wash ourselves. Food, water for food, water for planting food, water for drinking personally, and water that's going to bring wildlife into the area. So we need all those factors to come together, or we're walking a long way to get water, or we're walking a long way to get food. You can't plant today and it grows tomorrow. Tomorrow it's yielded. It takes time. You can't donate $5 today and think I'm taking off tomorrow. I've spent countless hours, I mean, we can't count them up. I've spent countless hours researching and uploading. You don't owe me anything for that. All that stuff is on an online database you can look at until it's brought down. But I no longer choose to willfully be stripped away by working for someone else's greed. These people don't have any goals but to sustain their living life on top of us. No fair. You dislike me. I don't care. Utah is for you. You dislike God. That's different. You already know, and other people watching know, that Utah is not for you. I'm not creating Utah. Utah already exists. I'm not creating an event for Utah. It's already written. Those that want to be a part of the dream I keep talking about, and I don't see it as a dream, it's just not fulfilled yet. Those that hear the pieces that I lay out, those that feel with their hearts. Now, I'm not bullshitting you. Those that know with their mind that the only way to do this is one step at a time, and somebody has to take those steps. Those that are realistic. I can't be in Ohio working and laying flags and stakes in Utah. You can't be in two places at once. Now this is the point where we put our efforts forward with our willpower. Now, if you're one of those people that put money where mouth is, then this is that time. If you're one of those people that saved up for a rainy day, it's not a rainy day. It is not. But I do want you to understand. Internationally, the US dollar is falling. If you type in US dollar ends May 28th, you will see videos of paid spokespeople for the US dollar. Harriet Tubman's picture goes on the $20 bill, so hopefully it keeps you guys hooked in. It is about to be dead internationally. On April 2nd, China made its yen and said you cannot exchange US dollars for yen. You can exchange all these other dollars, but you can't use US dollars, even though it's still top dollar, because it's not backed by gold. This has always been a plan. It's a game. It deals with international trade. And it's silly. There's 170 nations that are trying to change the climate, how hot it is for everybody in their communities. It has nothing to do with the weather. These people use the HAARP machine and they send clouds that have ice crystals in them. They send them from the northern hemisphere down to the southern hemisphere with the wind expressway. And this is where we read in Hosea, you showed them where the wind comes from. Hosea 8, chapter 8, that we just read yesterday. You showed them where the wind comes from. Now they know about the transatlantic water. Now they know about the four winds of the earth, and they use the wind. They literally send clouds. This is what the HAARP machine does: send clouds with ice crystals down in South America, cool the temperature. And when the temperature cools, they get all the volcanoes down there, man. When the temperature cools, it just fucks with the atmosphere. My Facebook is Lex Williams. Lex Williams on Facebook. As I remember to, I'll leave my GoFundMe link on the videos. Now, I want to remind you, no one's there for you. All of our leaders get assassinated. And each time I read that Bible, it says the Israelites forgot who made them. I've used the same books that these Bible camps have used to show you the true name of the Creator. All of you, to a great degree, keep writing me publicly or privately and saying, the Creator sent me here. Something brought me here. Now, whether you like it or not, nobody likes things once finances are involved. Now it's time for the next step, or the next phase, to set ourselves on Zion and have food there when we arrive. Thank you for listening. Alright, well see, that's how it goes. Now, it's up to you to participate or not. You've heard me sit there and appeal to your nature. Real nice and sweet and soft and all that shit. And you know that shit don't fucking work. Now, if you want to stay in the community where you're fucking at, and you're going to see kids go from door to door, stealing everything eventually, you're going to have fucking wars between white and black. You have fucking Korean versus Chinaman. But they're brothers. What does your Christian book of Matthew say? I'm here to put the father against the stepdaughter and all that. You got one chance to get out of here, you know it. Just walk. Right now. Turn it off and leave. Nobody's making opportunities for us. The only opportunities for us is to kill each other. Great opportunities. I'll participate. Wait, I'm doing something else. That's right. We're trying to leave. Seriously. Assemble yourselves. Set your mind to Zion. We can do better than that. We can set our ass outside the park. With food there, we can send out investigation teams. We can spy out the land. We can go look for caves. There's plenty of things we can do, especially right now, while cell phones still work, while we still have money. But it doesn't happen for free. I've walked all over Washington. I walked all over New York. I walked from downtown. I walked from the bus station down to Harlem and back, passing out flyers. 15 people showed up. Not one person that read what was on that flyer, that didn't know my face, showed up. Not one. Not one strange person to it all showed up. Only viewers showed up. I spent countless money. Well, no, it's countable. I spent a lot of money. To me, it's a lot because I'm broke and shit. Traveling. From Washington to Baltimore to New York to Philadelphia to Pittsburgh to Cleveland, passing out flyers. They don't care about themselves. Something about you turned off the TV for an amount of time. Something about you said, I'm going to seek all my whatever. Thrills, entertainment, vicarious living through people online. So you're not getting the same programming waves. This is not a church. I'd like it to be some form of a study group, but it's not. You know what's coming from this? Land. You know what comes from land? Growth. There will be things that are in our way. There will be people that don't get along. We have to push through that to push our seed into the soil so that we can have yield, growth. Without food, we're not going to be able to start it. Not successfully. Rocks start falling from the sky. Sure, we can all try to make it to Utah. But it'd be more sensible for us to make it to the border at that point. You see these children acting like animals, taught to act like prison inmates, murdering each other in schools. You're forced to send your kid there unless you, what? You self-teach your kid? But then you can't watch your kid all the time. You can't go everywhere you go. You want to walk around in a community like a guard dog over your child, just so nobody kills your child, or just so your child doesn't fall into the wrong influence. We've got to leave this place. You know it, I know it, and that's why you're watching. Something in you points your finger at me. Something in you. Once upon a time, a man said, if you want it, you got to go start your own church. We're not starting a church. We need a field we can plant tents in, and we can plant food in. You have every right to deny me. You have every right to say, I'm unhappy with what he said in this video. I'm unhappy what he said in that video. I'm unhappy what he said about this person. I'm unhappy what he said about that person. You have every right for that. Who are the FEMA camps for? Who are guillotines for? Before any group goes into those FEMA camps or those guillotines, won't there be a race war? You've thought about Utah. You've wondered about Utah. I need you to turn this off, and I need you to pray. I went to Washington for us. Days after, hundreds of people, I wanted to be there. How did it go? I showed everyone months in advance. 50-something people signed to be at this event. We could have made a difference that day. We, as a whole, chose not to. Now, we have another opportunity. And what will happen this time? Will you be reluctant to participate again? You'll participate in everything that has to do with white supremacy. If they put chains back around your neck, you'd happily participate. But now, will you separate from your finance so that we as a group can have an opportunity? This is the real question.